What's up, everybody? Schotty's a man of his word. We're getting rough out there at training camp. We're seeing a whole new side of CeeDee Lamb, and Clarence Hill, of course, is live in Oxnard. It's a big DLLS Cowboys show, and it starts meow. What's up, everybody? Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast. We appreciate you, everybody who's already in here hitting the like button and leaving comments before the show even begins.
Dan!
Good job, Dan.
Myers.
You crushed it. You crushed it, Dan.
First one in there.
We appreciate you guys being here. We'll give you everything that's going on at Cowboys Training Camp. Clarence Hill, of course, is out there, so he will join us here in about 10 to 15 minutes, probably live from the Airbnb, these palatial Airbnb out in Oxnard, California. But let's just get this thing going. Hello, my name is Jeff. I'm seated next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Good morning.
I got to check who I'm dedicating my performance to on today's show.
You think Clarence is like dressed from the top up?
Is it your birthday?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
What's your... Kevin Gray of the DLLS Mavs podcast said it's Mark Cuban's birthday. I won't dedicate it to him. He's blocked me on Twitter at least 3 times.
You think Clarence is dressed like only top up?
Probably. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I may dedicate today's performance to A.J. Green.
Ooh.
Just to get a nice little NFL name in there for you. Oh, no, I won't. Wesley Snipes. I'm going to dedicate it to Wesley Snipes.
What's your favorite Wesley Snipes movie?
It's
Can't
probably,
say Blade.
So it's a pretty random one. It's probably Drop Zone.
I don't even know what that is.
He has to do skydiving stuff. Don't worry about it. Just Drop Zone. Murder at 1600 goes hard. Blade, obviously. Yeah. What's the one where he's in prison? Undisputed, maybe? Something like that. That's a good one. Pretty much everything he's ever done is amazing. I didn't even mention White Men Can't Jump.
That was going to be my choice.
Yeah.
White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
It was either White Man Can't Jump or Demolition Man.
Oh, Demolition Man's great. So many really bad one-liners from him and Rocky and Sandra Bullock, but a wonderful movie. Anywho, Cowboys Training Camp is underway, and we are here on a Thursday to talk about it with you. We got some standouts. We've got whatever it is that Clarence brings to the party, and we've got Schotty's training camp is living up to what Schotty said he wanted his training camp to be, I think. Although I don't know if punching each other counts as just like having a physical camp, but it may be a result of
it. You know, the way I look at it is that you have to go if we're talking about a culture change. That means we have to go from one place to another destination. And in between that journey, there's going to be some bumps in the road. And from as long as I've been a part of this thing that is the Dallas Cowboys, whether it be player and or media, the Cowboys haven't been known of having a physically tough football organization. It's been a lot of wine and cheese. It's been a lot of entitlement, all of those type of things. And so if Schotty's pushing this agenda forward of we're going to be a physical, tough football team, then getting to that destination, the wonkiness or the weirdness of it is they have to learn what that is full time. And so sometimes that physicalness can lead to these fights, which, by the way, in a game will get you tossed out, will get you a 15-yard penalty. And this team has always lacked discipline. So pushing through the culture change of getting to the other side of being a physical football team, that being the norm and the identity, I think these fights will happen because you're just trying to get acclimated to what physical looks like. Because once you get to a certain point, you won't deem it as me trying to punk you. You won't deem it as me trying to be overly aggressive. You won't deem it as being necessarily having to fight.
Like,
you know
who
what
we
I'm saying?
are now.
It's because of who we are. So those who aren't doing it won't feel. Those who are not doing it will feel left out. Will feel like stick out like a sore thumb. The rest of us will be like you don't hear the team. For example, we look at the Rams, and excuse me, not the Rams, the Ravens, as a physical football team.
Yep.
You don't hear about a many fights going on in the Ravens training camp. Like, I'm not saying that they don't happen, but it's not like a storyline.
Right.
Because they're used to it. This is, walking in the door, this is what it's going to be. And I think the Cowboys are finding a way to get to that point. And so these fights, while they could be a headache to Schotty, and I get the discipline part because that has to come along with this too, but these are the necessary road bumps that you have to get through and you have to overcome as they're getting to that physical nature and that physical identity. So I get it, I understand it, but Schotty's he is standing 10 toes down on what he believes.
I like that he got tired of it too, and so he went straight 7th grade on a professional football team. He was like, you know what?
On the line.
On the sideline.
On the line.
We're running.
On the line.
We're going to run this out of you. He hit him with the 7th grade stuff.
Because let's be honest, when you tired, you ain't really trying to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to make a decision like, listen, we in training camp. These pads are on.
Yeah.
I don't want to run no more. So I don't know how long that works. But again, you got to stand 10. And I Schotty, if you're listening, I pray that you don't let the establishment break you. Whatever it is that you're trying to push, you got to push it. You got to push it real good. You got to go full salt and pepper. Push it. Push it real good.
Anyway.
But Schotty, don't let up. This is the only way that this is going to change. Right now, you have the ear and the attention of the people. Whether that's front office, players are speaking about this. You cannot relent. You cannot let up. You have to keep pushing. And the hell, what if you get a few players mad at you? You're a leader now. That's going to happen. You have to understand, with leadership comes very, very, very great responsibility. And in that, you are not always going to get 100% participation of people liking you. Doesn't matter. If your message is that you're going to be more physical, you're going to be more disciplined, you're going to be more creative, then damn it, don't you let up. Don't you quit, brother.
And to the point of that, so I did a show this morning on my little bitty personal YouTube page with our friend Brian Broadus. And I texted him because he's in Oxnard. I'm like, do you have anything that you think is a big topic or that you think we should lead the show with or make it a headline or whatever? And what he sent back was, is Schotty running the ball too much? And I was like, huh? What do you mean? And he said, I think it's part of what he's trying to do, where they have questions about their run defense. They have questions about toughness. So every time that they go run and a bunch of 11-on-11 and they're scripting out these plays, half of them or more we're just power running because we're going to smash into each other. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to test a part of our team that we think needs a lot of work, which is our run defense, because we don't know who on this team is capable of defending the run. And the answer is going to be, we're going to hammer it enough times that we're going to find out.
Right.
Like, we're going to find out who could, because I do feel like in training camp in the year of our Lord 2025, it's hard to find out too much about your team because the amount of times that you're really running 11-on-11, the amount of times you're tackling to the ground, the amount of times you're doing fill in the blank that you used to do all of the time. But within the confines of what you're allowed to do in 2025, I'd love what Schotty is doing. And we'll play a little bit of audio from CeeDee Lamb later in the show because I didn't realize this. I knew they at least weren't doing a lot of it because I hadn't seen any clips of it. I didn't realize they were doing 0 1-on-ones.
Nope.
0 7-on-7.
Nope.
We warm up. We do our special team stuff. Get all 11 out here.
Yeah. Even the 9-on, they're not doing a lot of 9-on-7.
Yeah, and I guess it had never really, like, I was just been used to the training camps that I've seen for whatever 12 or however many years going out there, and just the way that it goes as we do the 1-on-1 stuff, which is the fun stuff.
But that's been practice, like that's been practice protocol forever.
Yeah,
it's been you do pat and go, you do your individual drills, you do 1-on-1s, you do 9-on-7, you do. And then
but how is this a foreign concept to me when as soon as I realize like they just do 11-on-11, I'm like, duh.
Yeah. No.
Why would you do anything else?
We've been programmed.
Like, congrats, CeeDee Lamb. You beat that guy again in a one-on-one.
Right.
Now let's go line up, and you can beat that guy all you want in one-on-one.
There's a
He ain't the
linebacker.
only one out
Right. There's a
there.
linebacker in there.
There's
That
more-
safety's back there.
Yeah.
No,
and
it's
Ezraku, congrats. You beat that guy
Right.
one-on-one. Now there's a chip and running back, and he has help
Right.
on the inside. Like, that's not how football works. And the fact that it had never crossed my mind,
we've been programmed.
why don't we just do 11 on 11?
We've been programmed since Pop Warner. Since our Pop Warner days, that we've been programmed that this is how practice is supposed to go. You stretch, you do a little pat and go, you do these other little ancillary things around practice.
Do your little individual position
individual
drills.
drill, and then you get into it. And the whole time, we just accepted it. Like, we've accepted the fact that this is how we do football. And not that it's wrong, because there are probably 31 other football programs that are doing it the traditional way, the way it's been done for a zillion years. But Schotty says, I want to do it. And it makes sense. Because
it makes the most obvious sense.
Like, you're not doing 7-on-7 in the game. This isn't high school football. You're not doing 9-on-7 in the game. The more 11-on-11 of football that we can do, the better look that we get in evaluating players, evaluating our plays, correcting our plays, and truly getting a picture of this is what our football team is. Because you have some guys who just will dominate a one-on-one drill.
Yeah.
And then you put them on 11-on-11 with keys and concepts and different things, and they're like, I don't.
I forgot to read the coverage. There are more people out here, aren't there?
So I mean, it is. I like that he has made, at least early in this training camp process, he has made everything about this training camp his own. He has made it from the way that the coaches come out every single day with that energy. They had the Rocky fighting thing the other day. You know, the music is always going to be in training camps, but like you just talking about, them not doing the traditional things to do for practice, you know, just really implementing the things that he wants to do as a culture, from a head coaching perspective. Because I guess if this is going how it's going to be, I'm going to live in my one opportunity. This may be my one opportunity to get a head coaching job. I'm going to do everything I possibly can, Frank Sinatra style, my way.
I did it my way. My guy Chuck sings that at One Nasty every week.
Is that karaoke?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he does my way. And just in the same vein of he wants it to be toughness and identity and all of these things, another thing that's been happening in Cowboys training camp is Dak. My understanding is Dak has taken more snaps from under center than he has from gun. When's the last time that happened? And the reason that you get up under center, they're going to run this ball. They're going to run this ball, and they're going to run play action. And most of my football brain, because it's different, it's exciting in this moment, but I also look at all the teams that play up under center and they run the ball a bunch so that they can run play action. And I'm like, you boring, not trying to score points SOBs. But if you want, if you want to establish that the best thing that we think we have offensively is from Tyler Smith to Tyler Booker.
Yeah.
Cooper Beebe in between, and we're just going to run into you. If they're able to run the ball decent, it will be fun. Because if you can do that and you show teams this is what I want to do, well, then now they want to stop you from doing that. And now
that's when you get nasty.
88-3.
Yep.
Now we start dancing. So
Schotty had a major pause, like no Diddy moment too, in the press conference he was talking about yesterday about how he wants to run the ball.
Oh, I think I have that quote somewhere. But we're also on TV now, so I don't think I could read the quote.
Yeah. But it was a major pause by Coach.
Hold on, let me see.
Like when I read it, I was like, hey, yo.
Brian Schottenheimer on how to beat elite defensive lines.
Yeah.
Pound the frickin' football, man. Just, try to shove it up. Yep.
Hey, yo, Coach. Major pause, buddy. I don't know what you on, but all right, cool. Whatever floats your boat, my guy. Whatever floats your boat.
Nothing matters if they lose to the Eagles by 30 in week 1. But I'm digging me some Schotty stuff. I'm digging the Schotty vibes right now.
Yeah, the vibes are high.
I'm digging the Schotty vibes.
Vibes are high, man.
Coming up next, we will check in with our man on the scene. Boots on the ground, baby. Clarence Hill, the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys. He's in Oxnard, California. Please hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well, or else, not a threat. That's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
All right, get it out your system. What time is it?
Game time. Who?
All right, here we go. All right, so now if you guys want to get out to some games this year, you've been anxious to get it out all week. We finally got here to game time, and now you're like, oh, game time. All week long, you've been jumping the gun. But if you want to get out to some games this year, man, here's what you got to do. Download the Game Time app. I love the Game Time app specifically because I don't like being tricked, especially when it comes to money. If you tell me something is $9.99, when I get to checkout, don't tell me it's $27. That's what you get with these other ticket sites. They tell you one price on one section, then you get to play out. You got to pay all these taxes and fees and all the other stuff. Not with Game Time. What you see is what you pay, and so that's their thing. No, well, you're jumping the gun again.
My fault.
So make sure that you download this app, and you can save $20 off your first purchase by simply using the promo code DLLS on purchasing those tickets. What time is it? Game time. There we go.
I'm waiting for Branded Bills time. Branded Bills got my gear. It's my hat. It's from Branded Bills. My shirt. Let me see. There you go.
You Branded Bill out, baby.
Get that Dallas action. I got 3 of these shirts, different colors. It's from Branded Bills. It's a wonderful company. So whether you're looking for your hat game, you like the snapbacks, they got you. The truckers, the fitted hats, the beanies, T-shirts. It's our guys at Branded Bills that got you covered, performance and style, because you can see that I am styling. Not a sponsor, but love the hat you had this morning. Oh, yeah, I just had on a gigantic Miller Lite hat, like big old round.
Oh, you had the big joint on?
Yeah, I had a big old thing on. But this is Branded Bills, and it's better than my weird Miller Lite hat. And they have a partnership with 40 colleges, which is a part of their campus collection. Includes TCU, Texas Tech, and Texas. They also do custom headwear, so if you have a brand, they can help you make that thing better. Use the code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order, brandedbills.com. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's time to take our butts out to Oxnard, California. Hit the like button. If we don't get to 146 today, and we are behind, if we don't get to 146, we're going to have a problem. And if we don't get people signed up to be a diehard today with the training camp special going on, $36 instead of $79.99, that's 55% savings for a wonderful deal. You get a free T-shirt as soon as you sign up. Get that done. Clarence Hill is in the building. What's up, Chill? What's up, Pop?
What's up, man? You know, I listen to you. I come on early. Why are you on early? Because I like to listen to you guys, you know, and so, you know, if I listen on my phone, they say, well, Clarence is in the chat. So I'm just, you know, I'm listening to you guys. So I'm going to react a little bit to you guys. Number one, you left off Passenger 57 and New Jack City for the Wesley Snipes.
Oh, Passenger 57's awesome.
New Jack City. You're right. That's my fault. That's my fault.
I'm just saying, come on, man.
That's my fault. Murder
at 1600 is good.
That's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah, no. Taps chest. That's my bad. Yeah, New Jack City. Oh, my God. How did I forget New Jack City? Golly.
If you really want to go into the Mo Better Blues with Spike Lee and Denzel.
Mo Better Blues was good, but New Jack City, you're absolutely right. Dang, how did I forget that?
Yeah. Blade's number one, though. You get Chris Christopherson in there with him. Now we're appealing to everybody, you know. The guy who makes the weapons for him, Chris Christopherson, one of the greatest songwriters in history.
I got you.
Yeah, he's badass.
So you point out the things that they're not doing in practice anymore, which is, you know, obviously no 7-7, no 9-on-7, no 1-on-1 under the quarterback. But they're also doing heavy tackle sets, okay? The third tackle, Detroit style. You'll see a lot of, you know, heavy run sets like that. So that's something that they're doing, which to me, you know, obviously emphasizes the run. You know, I've always railed against the one-on-ones because from the media standpoint, it looks good, but it's never been real football. The quarterback sits back there, no rush, the receiver run double move, embarrass defensive backs all day. We do that at Senior Bowl. I mean, it looks good for us, but it's not real football.
That was the one time I could get my shine on in practice in college.
It's never been real football. It's never been. I used to go on social media. This is not. Everybody goes crazy in every camp. Ooh, look how he dusted it. You get to do 35 moves. The quarterback has no pressure. You're supposed to be the defensive back in one-on-one unless it's Dion. But the receiver has a two-way go.
Well, you know, in theory, you tell the quarterback what you're running. You don't get to cheat in the one-on-ones, but you might.
I've seen
if they cover the hell out of it, you go cheat.
I've seen so many double and triple moves in one-on-ones.
long as you call it.
Because the quarterback can just sit back there. There's no pressure. It's easy. And defense has to guess or whatever else. But anyway, they're not doing that anymore. They talked about, CeeDee said yesterday, I love embarrassing the defensive back, which generally what you do in one-on-ones, but you don't get to do that. And and you watch this camp and you'll see they don't play a lot of press coverage, which is why you don't see a lot of deep balls. They're playing off cover. Every time you get a press, then it's a go ball. But they don't get a lot of press coverage. And I think Schotty's more than, I'm not Schotty, but Eberflus, he's from the Marinelli, Tampa 2 type stuff, but they're not playing a lot of press coverage outside. And so you're not seeing the deep ball. You're not getting that one-on-one anyway. And so you're right. They're playing a lot of 11 on 11. And speaking of 11 on 11, Jaden Blue got reps with the first team for the first time yesterday. Okay. And took some reps with Dak in the first. He was excited about that. And just piggybacking on Jaden Blue's development, acquiesce a transition from college to pros, because there was some stuff that came out before camp about his work ethic, and everybody shot it down. It's the media that's making up stuff. But the more you hear them talk, they acknowledge that it was a transition. And he was shot at yesterday for the first time. We've asked him about this a couple of different times, and he's kind of skirted it. But he said, well, he didn't adapt to things as fast as we wanted him to. And that was his words. Not that he didn't work hard, but he adapted things as fast as he wanted him to. And now he's here. He's a wake up call. He said, I got to go every time. I got to learn my playbook. And he's been outstanding in practice. And Blue acknowledged yesterday that he used the criticism as motivation. But it was a transition for him. I mean, it's a transition for all of them, but clearly it was a transition for him. Even Schotty mentioned, if you go back to minicamp, about some guys being behind. I think Blue was one of the ones he was talking about. So when everybody jumped on Stretch for making that comment, like he was just making stuff up, he wasn't making stuff up, and we knew he wasn't making stuff up. But good for Blue. He's seen the light, and he's doing well. And like I said, Deuce, he gets hurt, and it always sets him back, because he was getting reps with the second team before Blue. And then he got hurt. He has a hamstring injury. He's out. And now Blue's getting his opportunity to shine. And certainly he's taking advantage of his opportunity. And so that's where we are. Jay Toye also took some reps. Obviously you got a rotation, took some reps with the first team, defensive line yesterday in practice. So, you're seeing something. Nate Thomas did not look like a fish out of water. Starting with the first team. And there was not any jailbreaks to the quarterback from his side, so to speak, because he was out there at left tackle, in practice today. He's ready for his moment. He talked about Dak telling him he needed to be ready for his moment, because he worked out with Dak in the offseason and rehab with Dak. And he said, you need to be ready for your moment. And it was interesting, because I asked him, did they tell you, you're going to go in? Or he said, they put me in there during the walkthrough with the first team, and I don't want to assume nothing, but he was pretty excited about getting this opportunity in front of Austin Richards. Again, I talked to Stephen Jones, and he said that Thomas has just been better than Austin right now. And that's not a diss on Austin, but Thomas has been better, and they're just rewarding Thomas for what he's done and since he's been here.
What about, we've seen a lot on the internet, him making consistent plays. Kaiir Elam. Is this going to be, one of these guys, when we look back on it, that we're going to have to tip our caps to the Cowboys, scouting team and front office, and saying, this was the guy they took a chance on. The traits was there from a first-round pick. He's making some plays in training camp. Are we just seeing the highlights, or has Kaiir Elam truly been, one of those standouts at training camp?
He's been consistent. There's no question he's been a standout at training camp. But I don't know what we all expected. Certainly he was a disappointment in Buffalo. But he's been their best cornerback day in and day out, and there's no question about that. You talk about these interceptions, but we've seen a lot of cornerbacks drop interceptions. I mean, a lot of times they play quarterbacks to catch the ball. When he's had a chance to get an interception, he's got an interception, and you cannot downplay that. We know that Byron Jones stayed here 35 years ago, had one pick. We know how many interceptions my boy Skandrick dropped, and so. For him to make these interceptions, yesterday he made an interception. I think CeeDee and Dak were on the wrong page, and CeeDee was running a different route, and the ball was out there, and he took it and and took it to the house. But yeah, he's been very consistent, and it's at a need position. We know it's, and we talk about the back and forth with Diggs, and I talked to Diggs yesterday, and he said he doesn't want he don't want to continue to back and forth with the front office. Okay,
that's so after he tweeted out a hat.
Yes, the cap. The cap.
He tweeted out a hat.
Yeah, no cap.
It's not called a hat.
Bills.
It's not called a hat.
As a branded Bills, no cap.
Is that a branded Bills? What was he doing there?
It's not called a hat.
What is that? What does the hat tweet? What does a hat tweet mean?
He didn't tweet out a hat. It's called no cap. No, that's cap. That's cap.
No kizzy.
That's cap.
And they tell you.
And Cap would be referring to Stephen Jones, saying we thought he'd be further along, and that if he had worked out with us, he'd have been further along.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
All of that. But anyway, he doesn't want to go back, but it's important that Elam is here and is able to step up and be that player, because again, you got the concerns around Diggs, you got the concern around Rebel, and they're not playing. You do need somebody. All you got to count on coming into the camp was Bland. And so you needed Elam to step up, and he stepped up in a big way. He's been there, again, one of the best players in camp, one of the surprises of camp, certainly the best player, one of the best players in the secondary in camp for sure.
Well, I want to go backwards to what you said. I heard you say he's been the best corner in camp. That includes Deron Bland.
Deron Bland missed 3 or 4 days.
Okay, so yeah, because he was one of the 17 guys.
He had a baby.
Had a Halloween
he
baby.
Missed 3 or 4 days, had a baby.
Has K9 come back yet?
No, he ain't back.
Not back. Well, he went back yesterday. Maybe he'll be back today. He missed 3 or 4 days having a baby too.
Mm-hmm. First round money. He ain't worried about it.
I guess. But this back and forth thing between Stephen Jones and Trayvon Diggs, like this, does this end well for Trayvon?
They should fight.
What's end well? I mean, we again, as I've been saying since September. I mean,
I should say this.
Well, that's
how
September.
does this how does this end? How does the back and forth petty in the media? How does it end? How does it end?
Tell me how the season ends. I tell me how much he plays. I mean, I think it's written on the wall that this is his last year. Everything, all the writing on the wall says this is his last year. The guaranteed money is out. Okay, they got to make decisions on other cornerbacks. They got to make decisions on other players that can use his money to give it to someone else. If he doesn't play a full complement of games, depends on when's he coming back. I mean, there are a lot of decisions. You talked about Elam and the job he's done. Well, Elam's a free agent too. We talk about, hey, we want Pickens to stay. In 1 year, we traded for him. If he plays well, we want him to stay. Well, what if Pickens plays well? You may want him to stay too. And then you got Rebel, you got Bland. They got a lot of decisions they got to make. So, again, I think it's the writing's on the wall that this most likely is Diggs' last year. Even if he has a good year, I mean, he's almost been healthy for 1 year since he got paid. And we don't expect to play every game this year. Since he got paid, he's never played a full season. So it's time to, cut bait and move on to another player, especially when you use that money on someone else. But again, how it ends, hopefully it ends with Diggs being on the field, as he said in September, and having a good year, and the Cowboys having a good year, and they have to make hard decisions on who they pay in the offseason.
Clarence, you mentioned earlier that Jay Toya was getting some reps with the first team.
Joe Hoyt vindicated.
Yeah, right. Is there writing? Is there writing on the wall? Because you hear how Eberflus and Schotty talk about Mozzie or lack thereof when they talk about Mozzie, and now you're hearing Jay Toya getting some first team reps. By the time we get to week 1, is there a realistic scenario where you're like, you know what, we're going with Jay Toya and Solomon Thomas, or what's my guy named Pernell? What's his name?
Perrion Winfrey.
Perrion Winfrey. Are those going to be the guys?
His name, UFL man.
Yeah, those going to be the guys who march out there week 1 versus Philadelphia?
No, not as long as Jerry's still in Mozzie's corner. And we got to understand that there's still the Jerry wild card here. And that's the guy he drafted. And he's still in Mozzie's corner and talking about, even Schotty talked about Mozzie's quickness, and Jerry talked. That's why you got to take everything they say sometimes with a grain of salt. And because I asked Eberflus, how you gonna get the most out of Mozzie? Doing some of the same things as third defense coordinator, third defense, and certainly I know you it was a less than enthusiastic answer. What you were analyzing yesterday. I saw your tweet about it, but I just don't. At 310, they keep saying he's still powerful, but you watched him in this video, and I had video of him. Tyler Smith just basically put him on his back. You don't want your defense tackle on his back too many times. But that still happens, and you talk about this run defense. And so they got a lot of, Eberflus was talking about, I want fast, long, and lean. And I don't know. And then we talked to him in the walk-off. We were just talking about what types. And he said, you still need big guys in the middle. You still need big guys in the middle. You still need big guys in the middle to stop the run. He's still your biggest guy.
Jay Toy is 342, Clarence.
Okay, 340. What are your again, it's a rotation. No one's defensive tackle, you only play 20, 30 snaps a game anyway. So yes, Jay Toy is going to be in there. They have to have someone else. They have to rotate those guys. He plans on rotating those guys in the middle of that defense. Now, who starts, we'll see. Certainly we know Osa's going to be in there, and a lot of guys have played alongside Osa in camp so far. But yeah, this is a big year for Mozzie, and certainly a big camp, and we'll see how this goes at the start of the season.
Well, Clarence, I know what tonight is out there, and so we look forward to seeing your bloodshot, hungover eyes tomorrow on the show.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. He like, oh, well, when you're right, you're right.
Tonight is the media party where Jerry literally rents out the entire outside of an incredibly nice place in Malibu, and they feed you
Johnny Walker Blue
drink. So enjoy that, Clarence, and we'll see if he makes it to the show tomorrow. I think that he might. Coming up next, the evolution of one of the Cowboys' best players continues, and I love it on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
What time? No, it's Shady Ray. No, it's Shady Ray. Shady Rays is the glasses choice of the show, of our show, of the station, of all of DLLS. And you too, if you're a diehard. If you're not a diehard, you should be a diehard.
Yeah, get it together.
Should get you a pair of Shady Rays.
Discount.
And the discount code that we have is DLLS35, where you can save 35% off a pair of polarized sunglasses. They have all the styles, all the shades. You want the aviators, you want the blue blockers, you want whatever it is, they have it, and they have the no worry guarantee. You lose them, you break them, hell, you just don't want them no more. Shady Rays says to you, no problem. Send them on back, tell us about them. We'll send you a brand new pair for free. We love that, for free. All you got to do is go to shadyrays.com, pick out that pair, but don't forget, use the promo code DLLS and get DLLS35 and get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses.
To our friends at Saturday Neon. I can't help it. I can see my little hand in the camera, so I had to do bits. Saturday Neon is a place where you get really sweet signs. Maybe you want it for your man cave. Maybe you want it for your bar. Maybe you want it for the living room. Sweet LED neon signs are perfect. House, office, dorm room, whatever. Check out their new Essentials collection at Saturday Neon, which has almost 50 of the biggest schools across the country. And those signs are just $75. They got Texas, they got A&M, Tech, Oklahoma State. Unlike the traditional neon, these LED signs aren't going to break or shatter, but they still give that classic uniform glow that you know and love. They're super easy to install, low voltage, which means they don't get hot. They're always safe to touch. It's a wonderful gift for any time of year. My copy points say for the upcoming holiday season, but that would mean for Labor Day. DLLS is the code at SaturdayNeon.com. Get you 10% off. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and I didn't realize that I was going to use the stuff about one-on-ones and 7-on-7s earlier in the show. Mm-hmm. And so I wish I had pulled other parts of what CeeDee had to say at his media availability, but CeeDee Lamb talked to the media for about 15 minutes yesterday. And I just want to get this out there. Okay, if you think that I do some hating, just keep in mind I usually only hate on the owners of the team, players, and I don't do hating on players who don't play well. I just observe it. CeeDee Lamb's amazing, and I would like to announce that I don't know how the words are pronounced because I didn't watch the show. But the Goku guy, what does he go? Super
Saiyan?
Super Saiyan? Saiyan?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Super Saiyan. Yeah.
I think CeeDee Lamb is entering his final form.
Sure.
Is that it?
They'll tell us.
I think CeeDee Lamb is entering his final form. Now, you're just going to hear, because I had John pull it, so we might as well play it anyway. But CeeDee Lamb was asked as part of his media stuff yesterday. I think it was Todd Archer that asked him, like, is it weird now that you guys aren't doing 1-on-1 and 7-on-7?
Is it weird not having? Nah, because I'm used to it. I'm used to not having one-on-ones. But I will say it's been fun, and the defense is definitely keeping us on our toes. It's having me read my keys, like if the backer's dropping here, where's this guy going? So doing all that while playing fast is it get a bit annoying, but then, I mean, it's sharpening my tools.
I did enjoy that he had a joke. Like, oh, no, yeah, I don't get to do one-on-one anyway. So they always put more than one on me. But anyway, that's 20 seconds of his, I think it was 14 minutes and 38 seconds.
Just want to also report, if you look at CeeDee Lamb's teeth, all of those are like permanent, like stone, like diamond type things.
Do they just pluck out your existing teeth and put in new stuff?
I guess.
When you do that? Well, so this morning, I watched that. I watched the whole 15 minutes. And when I was done watching it, I was just like, that is not the same CeeDee Lamb that I'm used to. Like the CeeDee Lamb and he's always been an incredible player. And he's never he's never been a malcontent or anything like that.
Right.
But the way that he carries himself, the way that he delivers his message, the way that he talks about teammates and what they're doing at practice and all of these different things, just from how comfortable he is with the mic and talking to the media and getting his message across, I don't think he used to be that fluid or confident with it. He is now complete. Step one of being complete was last year when anybody who thought that he was diva or if there was something that was challenging that he was going to go pout on the sideline and not overcome it. All right, well, his arm was falling off, and there was no chance they were going to do anything last year, and that sucker just kept playing.
Yep.
And had to walk off the field not lifting his arm every week, and Jerry told us it's okay because he can't hurt it any worse. Then when they shut him down, he said, well, it's because he hurt it worse. And I was like, that's interesting, Jerry. But then now, like, that is a leader. That is a real life, not just, hey, that's our best wide receiver, but that's the leader of our wide receivers. And maybe part of that is like Cookie's gone and you have to, or in theory, but some people aren't built for it. And I don't think that in my heart of hearts, I thought CeeDee would ever be the guy that you were like, oh, that's one of the leaders of your football team. I thought it would always be like, yes, that's your best player. He's awesome. But if you haven't seen it, I was on Cowboys.com. It's 15 minutes with CeeDee Lamb yesterday. He's a different dude.
Yeah. No. He is. And I agree with what you're saying. The coming into your manhood, coming into your formation, that is what CeeDee Lamb is doing. But there is, and this is just my belief. If you look at the timeline in which all this is happening, and this is not me saying in any way, shape, or form that CeeDee Lamb is worried about anything.
Compliment sandwich.
It's not a compliment sandwich, but it's just CeeDee Lamb is now in a place where he is very. Here's the thing about CeeDee. CeeDee is one of these guys where he's not going to be social media heavy, right? He's not going to be posting things left and right. He's a very private person, but he watches everything. When you say things,
yeah, if you try to take his phone from him, he'll snatch it back. Yeah.
CeeDee is very aware about. He is very social conscious, even though he doesn't participate in the social media activities. He hears.
Yeah,
he hears everything. And I just feel like, and again, this is not me saying that he feels a threat, but this kind of confidence, because everything that you watch him, every time he's come to the podium, to a mic, he has spoken in this confidence / arrogance that is healthy, not the nasty arrogance.
Yeah, not a nasty one.
Not the nasty arrogance, the arrogance of, I am who I am. I keep referencing the Kevin Durant thing. When Kevin Durant was like, you know who I am. Like, y'all know who I am. But ever since George Pickens got to town, ever since George Pickens has gotten to town.
Oh, do I need to remind y'all?
And everybody's been talking. And George Pickens, by the way, let me also say, has been doing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to have a hard time believing what they were saying in Pittsburgh, and maybe there might be changing, and maybe he's putting on a hell of a show.
We'll find out.
We're gonna find out sooner or later.
We'll find out.
But boy, is he doing everything right?
Yeah.
Like he is saying everything right, doing everything right. His demeanor is good. His energy is good. But ever since old Jordan got to town, CeeDee, when he speaks, he's speaking very directly. He's speaking very matter of fact. He's speaking very bravado. He's speaking very, and this is good things too as well, but he's speaking very, don't play with me. He's speaking very, don't play with me. I'm glad to have the young fellow aboard. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that his transition is good. I want to see that brother win. Don't y'all play with me. Don't y'all get in here and start thinking about this going to be a little bit different. And, you know, I kind of jokingly ha with y'all and say, there's no number 2 wide receiver over here. But CeeDee is speaking very, very, I'm number 1.
Just make sure you know.
And like he's not saying it verbally, but the actions and the way he's speaking very clearly that I like this guy. He's going to make a difference. He's going to help me. He's going to help the offense. Watch your mouth. Watch your tone when you speak about me. I am him. And every time he gets a chance, he's letting y'all know. He's letting you know, oh, yeah, one-on-ones. I ain't used to that. Don't forget.
I don't do one-on-one.
I don't do one. I don't see one-on-ones.
I do one-on-twos.
I do one-on-two. I on reads. I don't cover it. I don't do all that.
Dude, they should do that in practice.
One-on-two?
One-on-twos.
Hey, Schotty.
You
Come
say,
on. Change it up.
You're a receiver. You say you're nice. Okay, here's what we're going to do. That corner's covering you. That safety's got the top, and that linebacker's got you slant. Let's
go. Let's play.
What you want to do?
But CeeDee has been very, very vocal. I think we've heard CeeDee speak more in this training camp than we've had in a long time. And everything that he said has been with an uber amount of confidence and standing on it that I am him.
Now, if we could just sign Micah Parsons, and then he could come lead, we might be ready to actually do something.
And by the way, you said leadership, right?
Yep.
You don't hear CeeDee Lamb screaming at the top of his lungs, I'm a leader, I'm a leader, I'm a leader, I'm a leader. Just goes about his business about doing it.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying sometimes you don't have to.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying sometimes you don't have to say and tell everybody that you want to be a leader. Just be the best player and do it.
That's true. I was just watching that from CeeDee this morning. I was just like, damn. Okay, he's here. Like that is the leader of that room. That is the lead. Like he was over there answering questions about Jalen Tolbert and like willing to be direct and not critical, but he was talking about like where he is in his game and what the next step is and what he needs to work on. And you're talking about Pickens, and that was kind of fun. Where he was just like, "Well, it's great." He's like, "Because if I'm double teamed, I know I'm not getting the ball because that means he's got one, and if he's got one, he's getting the ball. So I'm just chilling." But it's good stuff. It's on DallasCowboys.com. And Austin said that you are taking a shot at Micah. That's what Austin said.
No, I'm not. I'm just taking a shot at leadership.
Okay, just in general.
In general. Just if you want to be a leader, just lead.
Jesse would never take a shot at Micah because we're about to go to camp, and we're trying to get an invite to the house.
Please.
To try to get a home-cooked meal.
Please, I just want a little mac and cheese.
Yeah.
One snack. What I mean?
And shout out to everybody who knew what all this Saiyan stuff is.
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
There's
Dragon
a lot
Ball
of
Z.
people in the chat that know what Super Saiyan means.
The anime. We got an anime crew.
Yeah.
We got a crew that follows anime.
My understanding is that like Goku is unfair. Is he the best one? Like it was like if Goku showed up, it was like
it was him and Frieza. I want to say.
Is it Frieza?
Right? Is it Frieza?
I'm looking at John. John's younger. Do you know what these words mean?
I watched like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon Network in like 2003 maybe. So,
Yeah, that's when it first came out. I was
it's bypassed me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like Goku, but then there's like Goko too. Like they just change all the letters every time there's a new kid or something like that.
Oh, all right.
I don't know about that one.
Well, like, could they take the G.I. Joes? If you're in the chat, like, could the Dragon Ball people take the G.I. Joes?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, that's like Batman not having actual powers. Feels like one of those situations, right? Like
I get
G.I. Joe.
Okay, could they take the Avengers?
Right?
Could they take the Avengers? Let's line them up. Let's find out. Clarence said, I have not seen G from Jersey in camp, and he owes me a drink. Yeah, if you're in camp, find Clarence. All right, we are over the 100-like mark, but we need to get to 142 today. So if you are here, we would appreciate your help on that quest of ours. Hit the like button, get it dialed in, and send in your Cowboy questions for the final segment of our broadcast day, which is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Jeff, skipping comment. I'll skip comments. All right, what's up, everybody? Get in here. It is limited time. It is the training camp special, $36 for you to sign up to be a diehard. Being a diehard is great. There are now over 1,500 of you in DFW.
Yeah. You got 48 hours for this, too, I believe.
48 hours, and we need 100 of you.
Yeah, let's go.
We need 100 of you. So if you're not signed up to be a diehard, especially if you're a DFW sports fan, sign up today.
It's $36. Like, what are you doing? Like, you wasted $36 on far less things in your life. Y'all go down to that Shake a Booty Club and y'all spend money down there. Get you a diehard membership, man. Yeah. Stop playing around. It's $36. Yeah. Don't play. I know we in a tough economy right now, so use the money wisely.
No tariffs on the on this.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. I don't know how you'd tariff a digital subscription, but
made in America, the T-shirts are.
Maybe.
I think.
No idea. I'd have to check.
Sure.
They might be. But sign up to be a diehard. It's a wonderful deal. It gets basically wherever you go for sports coverage, you know, in this environment, it's usually a subscription these days because people got to get paid for their work.
That's right.
So in the case of ours, super affordable, and you've got everything you could possibly want for every single DFW sports team. And you're squared away. You've got the beat writers who are giving you exclusive content. You've got ad-free experience on the website. You got access to our Discord where you're hanging out with 1,500 plus other DFW diehards and us, where we just kick it and talk about feet and whatever else is.
Goku.
About Goku. We can talk about Goku in the Discord today. You get your diehard carrying cart.
Vegeta.
You get a T-shirt when you sign up for free. That's $36 value. And how much did I say it is for the training camp special?
$36.
$36? Wow. How about that? Goku smoking the Avengers? Oh, see, this must be a younger generation. Y'all don't talk that way about the Avengers. Sign up to be a diehard or else. Not a threat. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. I did put out the questions for the people situation that I fired out to the internet, and I got some questions from the people.
We got one right here.
What is it?
From Brian LaBounty.
What he say?
He says, Mr. Fortalong, how do you feel about someone wearing your number? I don't know his name, but hopefully he represents your number.
Is it Cropper?
It's Cropper.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Hope he fails.
Oh,
no, I'm playing. I'm joking.
Well, I got good news for you.
I'm like Michael Irvin, man. Shoot. Unless I shouldn't sound like Michael Irvin because I'm not like Michael Irvin. Not
just
even
like
close.
Michael Irvin.
Just black.
The way you act.
Just black.
Your career, your
tall,
habits,
and
your hobbies.
I played the position. It ain't my number. That's the thing. I didn't do enough in number 16 for it to be my number. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a number that I wore. They gave it to me. Michael Irvin gave it to me, and I accepted it. And Cropper, I want to see 16 win. I want to see 16 have success. But I wouldn't say it's my number. You got to do stuff like in the pantheon. Like 88 is Dez's and CeeDee's and Michael Irvin's number. That's their number. 82 is Jason Witten's number. 16, I think it passed around like a $2.
Okay. Are you offended that Brandon Aubrey wears Quincy Carter's number? Do you think that one should be set aside? Both wearing the 17? I had a question.
I don't think if you ask random people on the street what number that Quincy Carter wore
17.
That he would say 17. They wouldn't remember.
Cavante Turpin disrespecting Romo.
Yep.
By wearing 9.
How dare you? No respect for my guy. No respect for my guy. They just give numbers out to anybody now.
This is, are you the most famous player to wear 16? Boy, I don't.
Vinny Testaverde.
Did he? It's such an uncommon, because it wasn't a non-QB number until recently.
I think it was Vinny Testaverde.
Okay.
Now it's different. It's different now, Austin, at UNC. Now, number 9 at UNC, a little different. That was my number.
Okay.
That was my number. So when people wear number 9 at UNC, especially receivers,
they better act right.
And I want them to fail.
But damn.
Don't want you to be better than me at number 9.
Zane on the tweeter, he said, who's wide receiver 3 in the 3 wide receiver sets more often between Tolbert and Turpin? Turpin does a bunch in the backfield now.
Yeah.
The Cowboys offense is showing lots of stuff, and I really enjoy again, they might lose by 30 in week 1, and everything good we've had to say just goes out the window. But I love that Schotty sat up there, and it was like, what, the teams around the league, what do they need to know? He's like, we're going to hammer you. We're going to crush you. We're running Wildcat. We're going like he was just like bang, 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 like whatever. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to do.
A lot of confidence.
They're running Awesome Richards around as they'll go Detroit style, 6 offensive linemen to try to run the ball better, which is a lot of fun if it works. And then you're opening things up for your 2 monster wide receiver. And it doesn't matter who your 3rd one is because he ain't out there.
Right.
But they're doing all sorts of fun stuff. Kevontae Turpin. Okay. So it's not realistic that you're going to line up out there 30 snaps a game and do receiver things because we don't trust you to catch a ball like this or to maybe run all the right routes all the time. But we know it's hell on wheels if the ball is in your hands. So what are we going to do? Put you closer to the quarterback?
Yeah.
Stand back there with him. Stand back there behind him. You can be Deuce, except way faster. I like some of the stuff they're doing. I like a lot of the stuff they're doing.
And CeeDee talked about it in his interview also. If you go and check that out, talked about the motion. He said we're motion every play. He said then when Schotty gets bored with that motion, he motions the motion. So he's like, we're doing a lot of that, and he's excited about it. So, we'll see. And Matthew, we're not skipping comments. You asked a comment about.
What do you say, something dumb?
No.
Because I will skip if it's something dumb.
No, he said, go up, John. He said, Jesse, when are you going to have Tony Rumble on your show, like my podcast, my small little podcast, Unfiltered Jesse Holly?
Yeah, you got time, little
I got a little podcast, Unfiltered Jesse Holly. Like I did with Creighton. Probably never, to be honest with you.
Romo has a lot of money.
I'm like,
he probably just doesn't have time for you.
Oh, well, he has time. He has time.
For you.
For me.
Was the rest of my sentence.
Yeah. That part. How many podcasts have we ever seen Romo do?
None?
That's what I'm saying. He ain't going to pick me to go first.
Is he a diva?
You know what? Rich. He's rich.
We should have known he was a diva, though, when he held his retirement.
On his own?
Yeah.
Called his own shots.
Didn't tell Cowboys PR. No. Just walked out to the media and was like, come ask me questions. They're not giving me my job back.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's rich. He takes the kids to school and go golf. Like, what am I going to do? I can't even get on the ground of the golf course that he works on. I mean, he plays on, so probably never.
Chris has a real messed up question. Any chance Steven sells the team when he takes over? Can't imagine he can handle the same criticism as Jerry. No,
I don't think he's built like his dad in that part. I do
think that's true. I don't think he's built like his dad. I don't think his dad is built like his dad anymore. Well, I think we're seeing Jerry start to snap back, get mad. Like Jerry used to be.
But he had a good run, though. 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
30 years of Teflon Don skin.
But for the longest, you could say whatever, and Jerry would wink and smile at you. And now he's like, you can see they're getting defensive.
Yeah. I don't think Steven doesn't have half as tough skin as his dad does. And he'll be snapping on folks left and right when he's in that seat and it's all on him. Yeah, that pressure will go me. It ain't gonna be laughy, hee hee, ha ha ha. He gonna be pissed.
Eric has a Cowboys question. On a scale from Tony Romo in the fourth quarter to Jerry Jones doing his own GM work, oh my God, how worried should we be about the Cowboys inventing a new way to disappoint us this year?
You can only be disappointed if you have expectations.
Yeah, go in blind. Just don't worry about it.
Right? Like, that's the only way you get disappointed. If you have expectations.
I think this is a 7 to 9 win team on paper.
Mm-hmm.
On paper. Which is
on the field, are they?
The questions that could make them better than I think they are can Matt Eberflus do some magician things to make his team stop the run, even though the players that are here to stop the run aren't necessarily capable? You're undermanned where it starts, right at the football. You're undermanned.
You have to be wizard level play caller, play designer to overcome the lack of like that. Your X's and O's has to be exquisite to overcome the Jimmys and Joes that you have.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's like that. I don't know if that's him.
Or you got to play heavy, which they kind of have, but you don't know. That doesn't mean anything because they're just playing against themselves right now. And so when they're playing with 6 offensive linemen and a tight end, they're playing with 3 linebackers. So you could use 7 guys and try to stop the run and just say, man, I think my secondary is awesome. Kaiir Elam being awesome would be great. That would help.
Yeah.
That could free you up a little bit. But I'm going to go into this thing with enough questions. I'll tell you, Kaiir Elam has been the best surprise to me so far. Because for a guy that another team, like, they wanted rid of, they didn't want him on the football field on their football team. And he came here and it was like, well, he's going to be on the field on this one because we don't have people. And he now has 3 picks and 7 practices off of Dak, playing consistent football. That's nice. I need some more Elams.
They're not just picks, because you can have picks and they can be like tips. They could be like, he's like running the route with the receiver and like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's different levels of picks that are happening in training camp. You know what I mean? It could be one of those where the quarterback's scrolling.
Being in cover 3 and they overthrow it and it's really like one of those,
it's like one of those type, but he's like in phase, running the route, getting his head back, high pointing the ball, jumping around. Like he's getting game time like level picks. No, that's
sorry.
John puts the graphic up.
Mike said, we had a lot of discipline problems last year with penalties, bad clock management. Will any of it get better? If a coach is capable of fixing your penalties, then yes. Because I do think that Schotty's doing it differently.
Yeah.
I think like Schotty is spending time on, if you are not doing the things that I'm telling you to do, you will step off the field. You will run. You will. And I feel like NFL football has turned into such we don't have time for anything other than what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. And keeping people healthy is the most important thing. So it's like, I didn't get mad at Mike McCarthy about penalties. I'm like, what do you want him to do? And I guess the answer is run these dudes and practice early. Tell them to leave. And like, yes, there are ways to try to be a more disciplined football team. And maybe Schotty's got it. Maybe he's got it. I like his vibes so far. Yeah. I like his vibes. I need his offense to be awesome.
Vibes are high, man. Vibes are high. You just need all to come together. Because, like you said, if you get blown out by 30 week 1, boy, you lose a lot of favor again.
What about this thing we're not thinking about? What if you dog walk Philly by 30 in week 1?
Everybody's going to be like, this is our year.
Pickens jerseys everywhere.
This is going to be, that would be crazy.
What about Jay Toya jersey in the mail?
I don't know about that.
I'm ready for this.
I don't know about Jay Toya. I don't know about a Jay Toya jersey. Maybe a Pickens jersey.
A lot of people asking about Mozzie, and I really feel like every time we talk about Mozzie now, I feel like I'm picking on him, so I almost don't want to. But, like, how has Mozzie looked? Jay Toya's running with the ones. Is that more about him or about Mozzie? And it's like, the answer is it's about Mozzie.
It's about Mozzie.
That's a disappointing first-round pick, and we are now far enough into it that I don't think there's anyone left that's like, but just wait.
Is Mozzie watching the same film that we watch at the end of the day? Like, is he going back into the film and seeing himself getting pushed around? Like, at some point in time, punch somebody. Like, start a fight. Like, that's what you said that you like to do more than anything, right?
Yeah, he said he doesn't. He just likes to hurt people.
Then punch somebody. At this point in time, I need to see something. Punch somebody. Punch.
That gets you thrown out of practice.
That's fine. You won't get pushed around. Punch somebody.
That's
like, just
fine.
Hook off on somebody, snuff somebody, and just start an all-out brawl. Like, show something. Like, show some level of resistance, some level of, I'm tired of this happening to me. Hook off. Break your hand. Do something that shows that you're willing to stop the onslaught of people talking about you in a negative way because you got pushed around. Hook off on somebody. Next practice, hook off. Whoever pushes you, Tyler Smith, snuff him. Cooper Beebe, punch him in the nose. Like, it doesn't matter. Just hook off on somebody and start a riot.
Sean said, outside of clips shown, how is Jalen Tolbert actually doing? And I can actually tell you because Brian Broaddus talked to me about this. I'm a little bit. He was hating on Dak earlier today. Well, at least that's what I tell him he's doing. Because somebody was like, Dak looks good. What about that, Brian? And I guess they think that he's a Dak hater. He's like, yeah, I mean, Elam picked him off, and the connection with Tolbert's actually been struggling. But like they did red zone stuff yesterday, and he was touchdown picking, touchdown CeeDee, touchdown Berg. But I have heard that the Tolbert connection, not crisp. And CeeDee's media availability might have hinted towards some of that, and you can go check it out on Cowboys.com. You're welcome, Cowboys.com. Thanks for stopping by. I need 15 likes before you close out the window, though, because I wanted 142 today. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else not.
We all silly like the mayor.